You were telling me about how you discovered the love of African American authors and poets specifically.
I used to go to the library, and for some reason, they let me go in the stacks. And I was looking up and I saw a book, The Story of American Negro Poetry. So I got the book down and I started reading it. I took it home with me and it changed me. It changed me entirely. I saw us as I'd never even thought to see us. Search this work with care and candor. Every line and page you read will brighten all the truth of Scripture, proved by history, plain indeed.
Oh, wow!
Now, listen to this. Published by a committee of colored gentlemen. I realized I didn't need to look like anybody but me, and, shall we say, and us, right? Well, that was my first opening, and it opened me psychologically to a whole new understanding of who I was. But it all came because of black books. It came because of black literature. It came because of black intellectuals. I started reading black poetry. The Story of American, the Story of American Negro Poetry by James Weldon Johnson.
So how did that translate into civil rights for you?
My grandmother's library, not huge library, but a library, and I would mark it off so that it would catch the marbles, right? And so I was down getting them, and I pull myself up by the bookcase, and I noticed this book, Men of Mark. And I said, Men of Mark? And what does that mean? You know, my grandmother came through the room, and she looked over my shoulder, and she saw what it was, and she says, those are race books. It's about that thick, right? And we're talking about, the book was done in the 1800s.
This is that race book, huh?
Yeah. Men of Mark, Eminent, Progressive, and Rising,
Wow.
by William Simmons. Now we're talking about 1887. And everything in here is a black person, and only about 3 pages per person. I ended up liking books, and I ended up liking black literature. But it had to go beyond my grandmother. It had to go to that next step. It just made the movies.
12 Years a Slave.
That's right.
You have it?
Got 2 of them.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, and it was William Still, right?
Wow.
I was in the library and got hold of the right book, and it changed me, right? And I think it would change anybody. I don't care what color they are, background they are, or how much they love or how much they hate.
So what do you want people to walk out of your library with?
With books of all kinds, which we never really had got to do. And, but to get the experiences, that comes from understanding who we are, who we have been, and who we have a possibility of being.